Hey, so we're going to try this again. I have confirmed that my audio is working, so uh, that problem should be solved. So the way I usually do this is in person, so if this is a little awkward, I apologize. So you should also have your manual, uh, which is pretty much what I'm going to follow. There will be parts in there that I kind of skip because I'm just here to show you how to do backups and perform updates and to explain a couple of things about how this works in the event that you had to make any changes or updates and wanted to try and do it yourself. I do also want to let you know that I'm recording this in my home office. The neighbor is mowing his lawn, so you may hear that. You might hear the dogs woof or bark. But I will try and keep that to a minimum. Okay, so what you're seeing now is the dashboard. After you log in, this is what you will see. I have my contact info up here at the top in case anything were to go wrong or you noticed anything that you had questions about. And I'm going to refer, like I said, to the manual to kind of keep me on track. Um, the first thing I want to go over is some of the options here on the dashboard. Um, this is your SEO plugin. This is just the site health status. And these are things you can go in and kind of poke around in. You're not gonna do any damage to that. You can also add more widgets in there if you want to. These are movable. A lot of the stuff on these screens are draggable. Um, what I want to explain to you is this WordFence plugin. I have this set up to email you when updates need to be done or if there are any malware infections detected on the website. My server, my host server, also monitors for malware infections. So if something like that were to happen, um, it would let you know, or I would let you know once the host let me know. There should be a link in the manual to a post I wrote on malware and why updating WordPress core files, plugins, and themes is not just for functionality, it's also to keep those malware infections from happening. So that's what this WordFence plugin is all about. It's not something you necessarily have to worry about. You will likely see emails. When you see emails, you come in and you do a backup and you update things, which is what I'm going to show you next. Before you make changes or update anything on the website, you should visit Updraft Plus Backup dashboard. From here, you would create a backup, which I'm not going to do. I just did it a couple of days ago. And then because your backups are not stored anywhere but on the host server, you should download these to your local computer. So you do that by clicking each of these buttons and letting that load. And once each of them loads, you download each file to your computer, save them somewhere, and that way if anything catastrophic happens, you can email me and you have those backups and you can send them to me. In most cases, you can, if something goes wonky while you're updating, you can come back here and just click the restore button on the most recent backup, and that will restore your website to the most recent backup before you made those changes. So just keep that in mind. You always want to create a new one, download the files just in case, and then know that you can come back here and restore a previous backup. A note about Maintenance plans, I offer those at $60 a month, billed every 3 months, so 180 every 3 months. And what that includes is I've set up automatic updates already, but like I said, they're only being stored on the server. So if something were to happen to the server, not only does the website go down, but you might lose those backups as well. So a maintenance plan, I use my cloud storage to automatically download your backups. So I have a copy. There's a copy on the server. Um, and if you're downloading them as well, then you have a copy as well. And what else the maintenance plan covers is I would take care of all the backups. I would take care of all the updates, typically every 2 weeks. I would also monitor that WordFence plugin. So instead of you getting the emails, I would get the emails. Generally, you wouldn't have to do any of this. What the maintenance plan does not include would be like content updates to the website. Just so that you're aware, I do offer that stuff. So before updating anything, you create a backup, you click each little button, you download each of those items, and then we can go to the updates page. So you're gonna be able to get there from a couple of places. Up here in the top will tell you if there are any updates. The plugins item will tell you if there are any updates. You can also get to it up here under dashboard. This is the fastest way to get there though. We'll go that way. So it looks like your contact form plugin has an update. So we'll do that so you can kind of see how it's going to work. You would see if there were more updates. This is the section for WordPress, but we've just updated to the new WordPress, so that shouldn't have any updates anytime soon. Your theme, which is called Avada, you would find that down here. And then plugin updates, which are going to be the ones that happen the most frequently, are going to be in the center here. I recommend having your website open in a different tab or window and doing your updates one at a time. So you would click the plugin or theme you want to update, wait for it to say it's completed. You can return to the updates page or the dashboard or wherever, but then you would come over here and just hit the refresh button and make sure that that update didn't cause any problems on the website. If it did, you could let me know. You could go back and restore your backup. You have some options there. So, all right. As far as updating the theme, I'm going to skip around a little bit. I'm going to show that to you. After you update this theme, you might then see a notification pop up at the top that says now you have to update some more plugins. So make sure that you're refreshing this back-end page so that you get all your updates done. Because after you update Avada, there are 2 plugins that this theme uses to get stuff done. And you should be able to update them from that update page, or you can do it from here. And that's these 2 that say required on them. So if you update the Avada theme, you are going to have to update these 2 items as well, but it will tell you that. Occasionally you will see a little circle up here indicating that something needs to be looked at. It's going to be the patcher item. Sometimes instead of updates, they will release little band-aid fixes between major releases. So it will just tell you what needs to be applied. These I did in the last video, so they're all done, but you just click the button and then move on to the next button if there's more than one. That's all there is to that. Okay, the next page in the manual um, is menus and widgets, which I'm going to kind of skip because you don't really use a menu. I will show you really fast where that is under Appearance, Menus. The only menu item you have is this Facebook link. It's not a main menu item. It's technically a top menu. There would normally be a menu here as well, which would be the main menu, but since you only have one page, you don't have that. But this is where you would edit that link. Uh, if you were to add items, add a menu, anything like that, this is where you're gonna go to do that. But I'm gonna kind of skip that. It does go into it in the manual. And if you have questions, you can let me know. I will show you. Okay, so if you need to update this phone number up here, that is going to be under Avada Options. And you're going to come here. Oh, it's already there. So under Header Content, this is the header you're using. So as you can see, if there was a main menu, it would be underneath this top menu right here. And your top menu uses contact info on the right hand side. So this is where you would update that information. And you can see here the drop downs. Header content 1 is your navigation right here. Header content 2 is your contact info right here. Again, if you had any questions, you can email me and let me know. Okay, next in the manual is a little bit of stuff about pages and posts, which I'm not really going to go into because you don't use posts and you only have one page. And I'm going to show you how to work with page layouts next. So you're going to come over here to the pages, and you have two pages. You have a privacy policy, which is just a generic automatically generated privacy policy that covers collecting emails, basically. Tells people how you're going to use that information. If you like, you can go in there and check the text and update anything that you think needs to be updated. But if you collect emails or any information from your users, you're supposed to have that in there. So this is what your page builder looks like. I don't know if you've used WordPress before. If you have, you'll notice what's different. If you haven't, that's good, because you won't be, hopefully, as confused. So the way this thing works, and all these items on the page are collapsible, so you can, clean it up. You can kind of customize what you see up here, and everything is draggable and movable, so you can fix your workspace however you like. If you're going to change page layout or update content, again, I would ask that you back it up. And never save changes to a page until you've used the preview changes button. I'll show you how that works in just a minute. So you will see on the page builder that these are containers. Again, you can move them around, drag them, drop them, open them and close them. And inside each container are columns. You can see one full width column and then a 2/5 and a 3/5 column. If you click add container or columns, you will get lots of different layouts for the columns. You change column width in here. You edit column settings, like if there was a background for the whole column or the way things align, that would be in here. Your containers also have settings. So if you look at the front end, you've got this, what I call a hero image up here. and your container corresponds. It's also named hero image. You can see the background is set to this image. So there's all kinds of stuff in here that I'm sure you'll never even touch, but just so you know how it works. And then inside your columns, so you have containers, columns, elements are the bits that go inside. Avada has, I don't even know how many elements. I have enabled just the ones that you're using on your website. So if there was a functionality you wanted to add, just let me know, and we can work that out. I try to keep this stuff as simple and as basic for most of my clients as I can when I know that this is not their, their expertise. So you can add any of these elements to a layout. Again, you can drag and drop them around. So this is an image element. This is obviously the logo right here. This is where you would edit it or remove it to upload a new image. And again, there are lots of settings in here. Alignment, alt text, which is for search engine optimization, all kinds of good stuff. This is a title element. It's going to be this bit right here. Again, design, layout, the way it looks, all that good stuff. Your titles are defined in the global options for the theme, but you can tweak them in here a little bit at page level. Testimonials, I know you wanted to add some, so I'll show that to you. If you click inside your testimonials, there's only one right now. But if you wanted to add more, we'll just duplicate this a couple of times so you can see. You can duplicate it and then edit the specific testimonial. Super simple. Name and the testimonial. And we will save that, and I'll show you the preview page function. So this is not a live page. This has not been published. This is just so you can see what it's going to look like. So you can see this is how the testimonials are going to work. Obviously, you would have different testimonials in here, but so that's how it's going to look. And there are settings for not the individual testimonials, but the whole testimonial element right here. The speed, showing the navigation bullets, which are these little things right here. The background color, all that good stuff. So we'll get rid of these. And as long as you don't save your page changes, you can back out or refresh the page without saving, and your changes will not be made. If you do save your changes, but you did not want to save your changes, you can come over here to revisions, and once that pops up, you could go back to a different autosave, because WordPress autosaves things every, I don't know, every couple of minutes, I think. And if you did something really silly, hopefully you made a backup of the website first. You can go back and restore that. So that is the page builder. Now each page also has SEO settings where you can define a focus key phrase, which used to be called keywords, but that kind of stuff has changed a little bit. You can define a description for your page, and this is what shows up in Google. Okay, so if you come in here and we'll just take a line so I can show you how it shows you the preview, and you put it in here. Now the green means that that's a good length. That's measuring the length. You want it to be not too short, not too long, because you want it all to display up here. But you also want to have whatever key phrase you choose, you want to use that in your description and in the content. So read through the content on your home page, And if you choose to use this functionality, you know, I just use Dental Lab right here. Go through your content and create a description that uses Dental Lab, or choose some other phrase that is on your page, you know, at least 3 to 5 times. And these are Avada page options. So there are global options up here, remember? And those apply to the whole website. This is stuff you can change on a page by page basis. So you could hide the header on certain pages, hide the footer on certain pages. You know, again, not stuff you're likely going to do a lot with, but I want you to know it's there and how it works. Next in the manual is your contact form. So we're just going to leave here without saving. Your contact form plugin is called Formidable, and we're going to look at the forms. You have one form right here, which displays, that's our preview, down here near the footer. And if you click the name of that, I will show you how this works. Again, it's a drag and drop interface. Okay, so you can drag these things around. You click it to edit, you know, the text that displays in here. The label would display up above it. So I opted to make it a little cleaner looking and use the placeholder text instead. If you wanted to add fields, these fields up here are, you know, the most common ones. And you could just click it and it will add it, there it is, to the bottom. And again, you can add the label, or under advanced, use placeholder text instead, and then you can move it around. There is a preview button and of course the update button. Let's see, under settings, you're going to see the short code. So I'll show you how to use that, but this is what you would paste into the page you want to display your form on, and I'll show you how to do that in just a couple of minutes. But under actions and notifications, this send email is what happens when someone submits the form. Someone submits the form, you get an email, and this is the email address it goes to, and that is being forwarded to the Lion Dental Laboratory at gmail.com address. If you're not getting those emails, let me know. We'll figure out what's wrong with the forwarding. And I will also include login to that in the email that I send this link in. And this just has, you know, this is the whole message. All the information that gets submitted through the form gets plugged in here. This is the subject line you will see when you get this message. You can also add more of these. If we duplicate this, you can have a message automatically sent back to the person. You can do lots of different stuff with these. So if you had questions, just let me know. You can also see your entries on the back end of this. Okay, so you have a submission that's not me, and they really like your website. So if you don't see this email from Jean Christopher in here, if you haven't gotten that in your inbox, let me know, and we'll figure out what is going on with that. Okay, so I wanted to show you the short code really quick and how that works. So you can get that from here, or you can get it right here, and you just click it and you copy it. You go back to your pages, you click on the page you want to display it on, you add an element text block is what you would want to use to paste content into. You just paste it in there, save it, and we're going to preview this because we don't want to actually save those changes. And your form is going to pop up right wherever you put it. Easy as that. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is your media library. This is where all of your images and files, I suppose, would get uploaded. You can also do it from the pages. When you insert an image element, it'll ask you whether you want to choose something from the media library or you want to upload something new. So this isn't the only place you can add stuff. You can do it at the page level. To add new, you just click the button. You can drag and drop files from your file explorer, or you can, use the button. And then you would choose a file and upload that, and it would show up down here. You can also edit images. You can see here that you can click an image and you can this is the alt text. This is all the SEO stuff. It's nice to have a readable title that makes sense. Description is for SEO. The caption, I added captions to the images that display in the slideshow so that people have some context for that. Oh, you can also crop them and resize them. So if we click edit image, we could either free crop it by just clicking and dragging, or you could define an aspect ratio, and we're going to go, because I already have a selection area, clear that. So I have an aspect ratio of 1:1, which is going to be square. So it's only going to let you crop it square. You position it wherever you like it. Hit crop, and then you can hit save. And the reason I clicked save is because I'm going to show you how to restore your image. You can say, oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's go back to edit that image and click on restore original image, which does not display if you have not previously edited an image. So you can click restore and it will put your image back to the way it was. No harm, no foul. And that is that. So that was the whole manual, minus some of the stuff that doesn't really apply. If you have any questions, want to make changes in the future, want to use a maintenance plan, you know my email, you've got my phone number, and just give me a shout if you need anything. Thanks, you guys. I hope this video is better than the last one. And you guys have a great day. Bye.